Yeah, this is the We Want More podcast. I am your host, Asante Morris. To the left.
What's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in.
This nigga, man.
I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in.
Only child shit. He's the only one that can play player one.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Only child ass nigga.
No, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host and on the number one show on Netflix, Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
That's my new tag now.
We got our producer to the right,
Maxwell.
We got our hype man, Pepsi, over there.
He just hopped up on the couch.
Yeah.
I like that. You called for him and he just stepped out. I respect that.
And we on episode 40.
Yeah.
Episode 40. How y'all feeling?
I'm good. I never have been able to answer that question with a straight answer.
Yeah. How about you? How you feeling, Max?
Oh, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Just came back from vacation. You got that, you come back from vacation, you just tired.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Where was you at?
Houston, Texas. Yo, shout out to fucking Houston, too, man. You guys know how to show somebody a good time. Everything that you would think about Texas definitely held up.
Oh, cool. Matter of fact, before I get into that, I always forget. Please be sure to like, subscribe, follow on whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether that be Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Please give us 5 stars. Please scroll down right now. Stop. Give us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify.
Do it.
Yeah, you said So yeah, you went to Houston. How'd you get there? How'd you fly?
I flew Spirit. Which, by the way, you know what I'm saying? Bad rap all around, and because it was my first time doing it, of course I went in there with the wild anxiety. Everyone's like, yo, your plane's just gonna stop midair. Yeah. They was like, you could potentially get stabbed trying to use the bathroom, like shit like that. But when I got on it, it's the poppy bus of the sky. There's no rules except, be cool. You could walk in that bitch pizza pie. I was doing openly just taking edibles, like offering them around and shit. It was cool.
Yeah, it was just people in there just shooting up, snorting lines.
Now, the one thing gets a bad rap.
Yo, the one thing I will say though is that everyone was like, yo, you gonna hate the chair, bro. Them shits is dead ass bus seats. Ain't no mobility, no nothing. You're lucky if there's a divider. Them shits is dead. You sitting 3 in a row like you on the M14 is bad.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I don't care. I thought it was cool.
How long was your flight?
3.5.
That ain't shit. Yo, I took a fucking Amtrak to DC. It's supposed to be like a 3.5 hour ride. The way there took 6 hours.
On a train?
On a train. On an Amtrak from New York City to Washington, D.C. It took 6 fucking hours.
Damn.
It's not even the worst thing that happened to me on an Amtrak. One time I was coming from Canada and the train cars fucking broke and separated. So one was fucking barreling forward and the other one's following behind it, about to crash. Nobody even fixed anything. One of the passengers had to get up and pull the emergency brake.
Wait, on some Looney Tune shit, it just got away?
Yeah, like the shit just broke off.
Like somebody was staring at their family member on the other end. It was like, no, like the whole shit was happening.
Just hand on the glass.
No, that is fucking insane.
Wait, which part of the train were you on though? Were you on the still good or did you get left behind?
I was on the back part, I'm pretty sure, because I felt like I didn't even know what was happening, but like the train just like stopped really quickly.
You got left behind?
Yeah, dude.
Damn, that sucks.
And they didn't give me no refund. They gave everybody like a packet of crackers.
Man, shit, I'll take that over Megabus. I remember I was waiting for Megabus. I'll never forget this. This was maybe like 2017. It's me and I was actually out there with Chris O'Connor.
Man.
Yeah.
Back to tires again.
Yeah, he was we was waiting in line for the Megabus going back to Philly. And the Megabus showed up 2 hours late, and they gave us to compensate us for our time. They gave us a voucher for $4.50.
To what? Like to use on what?
To use on a future ticket,
bro. That's like 3 tickets. That's not bad.
How much was the ticket that you paid? How much did you pay for your ticket?
I think I paid about $11. So it's like you really can't get mad.
Yeah, you lucky they ain't spit in your mouth.
Yeah.
Now you know what my biggest fear was that something was gonna go wrong. And like I was gonna bitch about it, and they was gonna be like, what you want? You mad? Like, shut up, bitch boy, and like put me back in my seat. Yeah, because that's kind of that's the energy that they kind of came off with.
No, but
it's cool.
I hear on Spirit they charge you for everything.
Yo, bro, I got banged out for no gas, 30 coming back, 20 go. So like about $50-$60 on just me being fucked up, me and my lady. Like, let me get snacks. Yo, bro, was banging this out. Everything was $5 a crack.
Yeah, let me use the bathroom. Or you gotta pay to get in.
You gotta swipe your card to unlock the door.
Yo, it's mad ghetto though. They definitely had the ladies, like, you know how they usually have the bathroom and it's about where the stewardesses are at?
Yeah.
Bro, this shit was like it opened up into like their actual. So every time I would tell what happened by the lady's face. If somebody tore that shit up, she'd be like, she'd get up and move. That shit was funny as hell.
It was just a bucket.
Yeah, bro. Basically, like. Anyway, man, how's your weekend been? How's your week been?
How's my week been? Yeah, well, you know, it's really hard being humble when you're number one.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm joking. No, it's been cool. I finally, oh shit, I'm on an IMDb page. I didn't even realize that.
You were in 2 episodes?
I guess so. I ain't even really watch. No, I'm an actor. So this past week, I mean,
with no headshot.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I was letting him finish. Before I even said anything.
I know. I feel so bad.
Yo, you could lower the mics a little bit. Like, is anyone else, or is it just my headphones are mad loud?
Your headphones just might be loud.
Because like it sounds like everyone's yelling.
No, your headphones are all the way up, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Everything was cool though.
No, so yeah, I actually looking at this IMDb page for tires. Actually do feel bad. I owe a lot of people in Detroit apologies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They still gonna kill you.
They're just not gonna have a good headshot to use, for your memorial. It's gonna be this space.
So if you've been keeping up with us, or if you got a Netflix account, you know that the #1 show across the world is Tires. And
Oh, Charles Bliznick was in this? I remember that nigga.
Yeah.
White nigga. Yeah, he was cool. I ain't seen him in a while.
yeah, that this shit is crazy. So Tires came out starring myself alongside Shane Gillis.
With Shane Gillis with a solid B-roll.
No, this was dope to see, man. I actually, so leading up to this, people were asking me, was I excited about it? How did I feel about was I looking forward to it? And I really didn't know how to feel for a bunch of reasons. One, I truly don't remember as much as I shot. Then when you also shoot things like this that are out of your hands, you don't know how much is going to get cut. You don't know if you're going to like really be on it. You don't know if it's going to air. It was just so many things going into it. And let me see. People did have a few questions for me about this.
Oh, I can't wait for this segment to be honest with you, because I got jokes.
I have questions. First question, whose dick did you suck to get on Netflix? Who blew your back out for this?
Was it hard when you got there and realized you had to just be you? Did that match up with the script, or you just wing that one?
So we were there for the audition. I was in a room. It was me and Gerard. And
yo, season 2 of his show is going to be a phenomenal. The back doors of Tires.
Luckily for Anthony, Gerard left his lube at home. So Anthony was able to have the upper hand. And by hand, I mean the left one that he put in the director's asshole. He fisted a nigga to get on Netflix. And you know what? Give me his number, because I'll do it too.
Bro, it's crazy because like they called me. I was in the middle of dress shopping. I was
He's like, what a coinky thing.
Well, I'm just so happy to be out here.
So with this, it's funny actually seeing it because, all right, so like somebody had asked me like my whole experience with Tires. When they hit me up to shoot it, they hit me up, asked me was I free on a certain day. I was like, yeah, I could be there, but at the time, nobody knew it was going to be on Netflix. One, this was self-funded, so shout out to Shane for that, for like Shane and McKeever and Gerben, just for having a vision and just putting your money into it and believing in it and shooting it and just doing it on your own. They hit me up for this, and I thought it was just going to be another thing for like another Gilly and Keys sketch. So I thought it was going to either be on his YouTube, his website, or something like for the Patreon, just for people to purchase off his website or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, I could do it, but I told them I needed to be out of there at a certain time. I told them I needed to be out by like 4:35 because I wasn't canceling my shows for this. Mm-hmm. If I knew it was going to be on Netflix, yeah. I would have gave them. If I knew it was going to be on Netflix, I would have canceled everything, and I probably would have stayed there and all of that. They had a rap party They went to Top Golf all together, the whole crew.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, I wasn't canceling my shows.
Yeah, I did
gotta
Top
make
Golf
rent.
for the first time this weekend. Top Golf was actually dope.
What,
Bro,
in
Top-
Houston?
Yeah,
Bro, Top Golf is my shit. I love Top Golf.
never did it before.
That shit is a workout though.
Yeah, I never been.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, we should do that.
Damn.
But so yeah, like I was saying, I thought it was just gonna be on YouTube. One, I didn't get a cut. Like when you watch the episode, that's like really me. So it's funny people seeing that really know me. That's really just how I dress on a regular.
That was literally the message I sent you. I was like, man, it's got to be hard to show up and play yourself
Yeah.
with your own props. Like, that hat came from home.
red hat,
Yeah.
red hat, gray shirt. And as I'm shooting these lines, as we're shooting this, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yo, because we shot it in Westchester, PA. So as we're shooting,
Shout out to Westchester, PA, for being awful.
Also, it's a lot of inside baseball, guys. Listen in. Gems.
in my mind, I'm thinking, I need this to hurry up because I need to get home to walk my dog. I'm like, yo, I still want to be able to get back to Pepsi so I could walk him before my show at night. And then I remember running into Shane one night, and I had asked him, I was like, yo, did you see any of the footage? And he was like, yeah, I just sold it to Netflix. And I'm
Such like a casual thing. Like, oh, yeah, dude, yeah, I did. Fucking sold it. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, shit. But even still then,
Would have got a new hat if you knew that, right? But that's the good thing, like not going in and shit like nervous or like thinking about any expectations.
right, I was just doing it just like, oh, my homie just asked me to shoot something with him.
Probably why you didn't tell anybody.
But
Get a better product that way, right?
But-
yeah, like you just get everybody just trying to be funny for the sake of being funny.
yeah, and then, but even then, with him saying he sold it, my first reaction was, am I going to be in it? And he was like, no. He was like, no, we got some good shots of you. But still then, you know, after it gets out of his hands and goes to Netflix and stuff like that, I still really wasn't sure. Because, you know, the corporations might have their own idea of how it should look. But to see the final product of it, definitely proud of it. Definitely proud. And, you know, somebody asked me what are my expectations from this versus like the reality with the experience. For me, it's just I'm just keeping my head down. I'm just keeping my head down and just keep working. You know, the show is successful, but at the same time, I just look at it as like this is just a start, and now it's like, all right, how can I get back on TV? How can I stay on TV, or how can I use this stand up wise? And I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet. I am happy, but comedy does have me like jaded to a certain point of where the first time I got on TV, 2016, with Kevin Hart. Now you would think me doing stand up with the biggest comedian in the world, you would think that should actually be enough for clubs to give me work. But clubs been treating me like, yeah, you was on Comedy Central, but you just did the black thing. So with this, I really don't even know. It's weird where it's like doing something like this now. It seems like clubs might look at me like this makes me legitimate. Where it's like, no, I've been the whole time.
For clarification purposes, what's the black thing?
Heart of the City. The show Heart of the City.
No, I understand that, but to reference it, okay, first, yeah, all right, so you made an exact.
I mean, yeah, no, I
like,
mean,
I'm just saying, like, outright to just say that, like, oh, you just did the black thing, like, fam, what the fuck?
I
Like,
mean,
what does that mean?
I mean, because
Hip hop comedy,
right, where
Yeah. nigga comedy.
Jesus Christ.
right. Even though
They won't book you for that?
no. Even though it ain't like I'm up there talking about roaches and baby moms, it's just how I talk.
I don't know if it's the way you talk. I think it might just be.
No, I actually had a booker tell me that. I swear to God, I'll never forget this. I auditioned at a club in New York, a really popular club. Had a great audition. This was in 2017. And that's the one thing I will say about success. No matter where you go in your career, you always going to remember the people that helped you get to a certain point or the people that made it harder for you. Like, you'll never forget that. And I remember auditioning at this club, had a great audition, and the booker hit me up months later, and she was like, you know, you were really funny, but I had a hard time understanding you. So I need to take another look at you sometime in the summer or fall. It's like, so I got to wait a whole nother year to audition. And then every time I reached out to her, she was just like, you know, we're not looking to add people to the roster right now. as I'm watching
niggas. We're not looking to add niggas to the roster.
as I'm watching new people come in, and my thing is, all right, I got plenty of friends in this from other countries. If you could understand Arani Chang or, you know, just other comedians that have different accents or dialects, you could definitely understand what I'm saying, especially if you see I'm making your crowd laugh.
No, it's. I mean, you call it like you see it, nigga. It's anti-black, you know, racist bullshit. Because as a British comic comes anywhere in America, he goes up there and goes, "Hello, everybody. Here's a joke," and then they're like, "Right this way, sir. Here's $1 million."
Yeah,
but
the
like,
accent
just
is funny as hell.
Yeah, the Philadelphian accent. It is a result of lead poisoning and poor education, but it definitely is just an accent like any other fucking accent. I mean, just because we talk and we try to talk as much as we can, get as many words out as possible before we even take a breath, doesn't mean that we're not valid as people.
I think the Baltimore accent's beautiful. That's all. You can't go by me.
I think that needs to be there needs to be government intervention on that accent. So I do allow, but even that shit is funny. Like, imagine a nigga's up there just like telling like normal like knock jokes, but it just says two.
So I mean, with this, I am definitely is weird. I don't know how to feel. I'm definitely hyped and happy to be getting on TV with the people that I started with. That's the one cool thing. Because like, for example, I don't think no, you weren't around at this time. This was before you onto it. I remember in Philly, it was this spot called the Crazy Cow Cafe in Manayunk, and the Philly people, especially like my St. Joe's people, they'll know this bar, Killdeer's in Manayunk. So Crazy Cow Cafe was right across the street from it. It was basically an ice cream shop, but at the top it was like kind of like this attic. It was like an empty room. We would do comedy shows in there, and it would pack out with like.
McCusker was just saying, he was talking about that same spot. He was on Theo Von shit talking about that shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
The Crazy Cow Cafe.
Yeah, it would pack out. It would pack out with like maybe 10 to 15 people, but it was nice that we would be on the street standing there trying to bark is like just trying to gather a crowd to come in. And some nights we couldn't get nobody to come in. It would be like lineups with like me, Shane, like Chris O'Connor, like a lot of these guys that's on this show, and we couldn't get 10 people to come see us.
These were shows or open mic?
No, these were like shows on a Friday, Saturday.
Oh, word.
So imagine a crowded ass like strip of Manayunk, and you can't get people in to come see us. To now, these guys put together a #1 show. So that shit is amazing. Yeah,
I mean, that's how this business. It's entertainment, man. Like, everything you do is just leading up to the next thing. Like, if you a Showtime nigga in the park or something, and you got a boombox, and you gather a whole bunch of people around, the fact that you danced for 20 years and gathered that people around don't mean you get to just sit there, nigga. You gotta start dancing some more. It's not a perfect analogy, but you just gotta do it all the time. There's no stopping. Everything you do is just like leading up to the next thing. Same for like a fucking, I don't know, anything you do. Like, you ever think about that?
No,
like,
no, that's real. It's like basically, I know exactly what you mean. I just watched a video about like Steph Curry. They said Steph Curry, he shoots about, in practice, he might shoot about 1,500 to 2,000 shots, right? So imagine he's been doing this throughout, I don't know how long he's been, at least, like, just his whole life. Right. If he's been doing this in his whole life, he's probably taken close to, at this point, close to 1 million shots.
Right.
Whereas in the NBA, we only seen like a few thousand shots.
Right.
So we've only seen about, out of like the full percentage of amount of baskets that he's actually shot, we've only seen about 5 to 10% of it.
Right.
So the work, the results that the world sees actually comes from the 95% of the work you really put in.
Yeah, and you can't complain when you're not getting the respect that you deserve just because you think, well, I take 1,500 shots every time I practice. Like, say you do that for 2 years, you're like, I take 1,500 shots every time and nobody's giving me any respect, so I'm not taking no more shots until somebody give me something. It's over for you then.
Yeah.
You got to just keep doing that shit every time, just hoping that one of the shots or several, a handful, means something, you know, enough to somebody.
And
you can't stop.
Somebody
unless you want to.
Yeah. Somebody asked me what belief system or mindset has helped you remain humble during immense career growth.
Money over bitches. MLB.
I, to that person, would like to ask, what about the last 10 minutes sounds humble?
Right, yeah. Who said I was humble? Yo, do these niggas not know I'm a Leo?
As I'm saying, like, I don't know what. Maybe it is maybe it's the monotone. Maybe it is the friendly disposition in the explanation of it. But if you people are listening,
That's funny.
No, honestly.
That nigga said he's Steph Curry.
People, are you not listening to these analogies?
No, for real. It's been.
This is why you won't get picked up in like a criminal lineup because you're like, nah, it couldn't be that guy. I'm like, nah, I know it's that guy. Like, that's crazy.
No, for me, people don't understand. I've been through so much up and down shit through this. It's been. After I taped the thing with Kevin Hart, right? I went right back to work the next day working with kids. I thought that was going to change my life. And even when Heart of the City actually aired, that's when I was the brokest of my life. I got fired from my job. I was working at a school in Brooklyn, got fired from my job. A kid lied and said I hit him. Bro, that shit, bro, I was going through
I'm
it.
from a different time. Once again, sorry.
I was going through it. I was like, man, I should have fucked that kid up. And
yeah.
At least that's all he said you did.
You dead ass though. Yeah, you know
Could've been a
that
lot
if you're gonna
worse.
be accused of something, I'm glad it was just beating the child.
Yeah, because people will sympathize with that. Like, you can't do that, but I get it.
Have you dealt with any of these kids nowadays? Yeah, no, you could definitely make an argument for that.
Kids aren't getting hit enough. They just getting shot. When in reality,
Overcorrecting? You think that's overcorrection?
Yeah, it's like they could all use a punch in the jaw every once in a while.
Yeah.
From each other. I'm not talking about from adults.
Yeah, this kid, he said I hit him, and so I got fired from my job. I was broke. I remember my dad sent me some money. This was like around like Christmas 2016, and somebody hit my account for $500.
Damn.
Yeah.
What did you?
I was about to go out, so I'm like, let me check my account, see how much money I got. And I looked, and it was $500 missing. I called my bank. They was like, you just made a withdrawal from a 7-Eleven, right? I'm like, no, I've been home all day. I'm looking at my card right now. So that was like I remember all of that. That was some of the hardest times I went through. And I mean, it's just been so much stuff like that along the road where getting to this point. I remember nights performing at the Cellar where I might have to follow or perform on a show with like a Aziz or a Louis. Then I gotta go back to kids the next day. Like I'm dealing with kids cursing me out in Harlem. Or I'll never forget this. My mom don't even know this. I remember I was staying with my dad. I might have been like 12 or 13, and my dad went out in the middle of the night, and I hear this like noise. I hear like this constant noise, and I get up, and it's all this water coming down. Like my dad's house it's a nice size, but I'm on the second floor. I hear all this water coming down from the bathroom on the third floor. So I'm like, fuck, like what to do? So I just, first instinct is to try to grab a bucket to try to catch some of the water, but it did nothing. And then my dad finally came home and like shut the pipes off to stop the water from running. And like at this time, like the house was kind of falling apart after my mom left. And my dad was like, yo, sometimes you just got to go through stuff in life to be able to appreciate things later on. So that just kind of always stuck with me.
Yeah, it's like how when you sick and you got a stuffy nose, you like, damn, all those times I took breathing for granted. Like, I had a clear nose and I didn't even think about it.
No, it's solid.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That one landed. Yeah.
No, I wanted to see where you was gonna take it.
No, that one, that landed.
No, I think I kept that one.
Yeah, no, that was solid.
Pretty tame.
So yeah, I don't know. I try to stay. I'm trying to stay humble for now.
Yeah.
Y'all got another. Y'all got another 3 months of that.
Is it? Can we open up a little Q&A?
Yeah.
Do you think that Schultz gets casted for his haircut typecasting?
I don't know why Schultz is doing that shit.
Doing what?
The Stalin look.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
You ever seen his Nazi haircut?
The haircut with the mustache?
You remember that video of Rick Ross talking to Mike Tyson? He was like, "Your barber ain't give you no blend."
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why white niggas do what they do no more. I used to think it was because they racist, but now like some of them don't be racist, but they still be wilding. So I don't know.
Yo, how long did it take for the total shooting of tires?
I think they might have did it in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Nice.
I think so. I think they did it. Yeah, I think they did it in 2 or 3 weeks or so. But like I said, with me, with my lines, like I showed up, did my stuff, but as soon as I get there, I was just counting down on when can I get back to my dog.
That's mad funny. But nah, man, yeah, if anyone hasn't already checked it out, man, check out Tires. Definitely gives you insight to the entire crew out of that whole Philadelphia scene that came up together, because just like in Gillian Keeves, they look out. Everyone looked out for the... I seen Rainey in one part, and I thought that was one of the best like parts in that episode. Him pulling up for the bikini car wash. That shit was great. And 1, 2, out. Like...
No, but I need to like sit. I haven't even watched the show.
Oh yeah.
Just cause I'm so weird about watching myself in things that I have no
control over. Yeah, I get that.
You can watch it for them, no nigga. You ain't in all the episodes. Just watch the episodes you ain't in. Selfish ass motherfucker.
Humility at its finest.
But no,
I ain't watched none of it either. I will though. I'm
behind on TV. If it ain't been on Tubi lately, I ain't been watching it.
True shit.
Yeah. I got a bunch of shit I need to catch up on.
I watch Tubi. Honestly, at this point, I just watch old procedural shows just to fall asleep. Like I watch House and Law and Order and shit.
Oh, it's funny because that couch right there, when we were in the when we were there, I said that's like Martin couch. But you know, I'm the only black one there. So
yeah, I can see that going over.
Yeah, nobody got that reference. Yeah.
Nah, man. Once again, man, shout out to everyone involved in this. Shit came out dope.
Yeah.
Definitely dope, especially considering it was a idea that got like stepped on, and then they brought it back and made it work.
Yeah. So if y'all out there, if y'all haven't already yet, make sure y'all check out Tires episode 4
and 6 apparently.
Just watch 3 minutes of one of the episodes.
You don't need to know what's going on, all right? You need to just get this, take your still shot. You know what I'm saying? We'll shout you out.
What's the show about?
Shane and Will, they trying to save a mechanic shop from closing.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Before we actually do get into the topics, I did want to talk about this. I wanted to talk about we have to talk about Lyft and Uber. This shit is getting out of hand. This shit is really getting out of hand, and they acting like they don't work for the people. So I don't know if I don't know if there is actually any training or anything outside of them making sure they have like a valid license and nothing on their records of that sort.
For Uber and Lyft drivers? Yeah, definitely no I mean,
these niggas need some like sensitivity training or some, I don't know, something.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Just because they minorities don't mean, I mean, just because they are minorities or from like an ethnic background doesn't mean that these niggas could just get away with being as racist as they are.
No, and honestly, like that, and like they need to just, when you are from another country, they need to just ask, like, hey, is this one of the ones where they beat up women? If so, what are your thoughts on that?
So the other day,
that's pretty racist. That's what I just said, isn't it? It sounds pretty racist and xenophobic, but like, I don't know, man. It's gotta be something. Because Uber drivers and Lyft drivers keep like fucking attacking women and shit.
Okay, that's like two different. That's like two different. Because while I agree that both of them stem from the fact of like, I don't think you guys do any background checks.
Yeah.
Like, yo, is your license suspended? Nah. All right, yeah, have at it.
So the other day, I was headed to Brooklyn. PATH train wasn't running. Either way, it was like a fire on the track. So I decided to catch a Lyft back home. First Lyft that comes says I was going to catch a Lyft to Manhattan, but the first Lyft driver, he says, "Yo, you're not going to the Bronx, are you? If you're going to the Bronx, I'm not going there." It's like, nigga, I'm paying.
This is a white guy?
No, he was Indian.
Yeah, Indians don't like niggas. And they ain't nothing but niggas with no ass, so it don't make no sense.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and defend this gentleman and say that. What kind of car was he driving?
I forget what kind of car it was. It was like a,
I
I think it was like a regular ass minivan.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is,
do you blame him for not wanting to go to the Bronx?
I mean, I don't even want to go to the Bronx.
Okay, so then why would you fault him and immediately assume it was racist?
Why you even bring up the fucking Bronx?
Yeah, because he working.
Yeah, because also
No.
if you have to travel somewhere, you're like, hey man, are you going into the Badlands? No? All right, cool. I don't want to cross 165th. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, part of me is, I don't know if that's racist or if it's just environmental. Like, the Bronx is kind of wild.
I mean, listen, a lot of racism, it sounds terrible to say, but a lot of racism is kind of logical. So, like, you are right, but the nigga's still racist.
Right.
Like, telling, you know, your daughter, don't date a black guy because he'll get you pregnant. I know a lot of niggas that got white girls pregnant, so...
Okay, well, that aside, I'm just saying the Bronx is kind of a sketch area. But you are not wrong as far as this being a habitual thing, though. Because apparently it is very big on the internet.
I mean, I usually don't get racist Uber drivers to my knowledge, at least.
Oh, I've had it happen a few times. I remember I was leaving the show and the seller headed to a show in Queens. And as soon as I got in, he was like, oh, no, I'm not going to Queens. And... so I got out the car, and this nigga just drove down the block and put that he dropped me off.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Nah,
Damn.
This shit is getting out of hand, man.
I've seen that before. I was coming from a club one night, and I went outside to meet my Uber, and I guess as soon as he saw me, he canceled the ride and drove away. So... I don't know.
Yo, do you guys think that Uber has some form of HR that does training? Like, is that what you guys are under the impression?
No.
No.
There
Okay,
is
yeah,
no-
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the way that you were like, oh, they're forgetting they're for the people. I'm like, bro,
No, but
half these drivers are the people,
No.
and like that's the problem.
But a lot of
I'm
these-
saying. I think you're saying like the drivers themselves are for the people.
No, they just are of the people.
They
They're
are
not
the
for the
people.
people. They are of the people.
Well, the people should be for the people.
No,
Well,
they're of the people for themselves.
Exactly.
And that's the problem with a lot of these now these services where it's like they work for the customers, but they're really only looking out for themselves.
You
But
talking
like
about the cops?
Lyft, Uber, what's the other one? DoorDash. These niggas be having DoorDash accounts, working for DoorDash under their girlfriend's accounts, then showing up. It's like, nigga, you not Michelle.
I've done that before. So I mean, it's not a big deal. It's really not as big a deal as you making it. You getting the food, ain't you? Like, what the fuck is the problem?
Yeah, where were you trying to bag when I showed up here? You know, now I'm glad it's me.
Yeah.
That does happen mad often though. That I'll see them like, oh, this chick's gonna drop it off and be some dude back here. Just
No,
what's up?
I'm cool with it, but if you a chick late at night waiting for some Chinese food and you think Tasha going to drop it off, but it's actually Tyrone, that shit'll scare you.
I mean, I could see it being concerning, but like, they're not opening up the food; they're just handing it to you. You know, like I don't know.
I mean, a lot of times I would just leave shit at doors.
You're the worst kind of fucking person.
I mean, like if that's what they wanted.
I mean, yeah, but then they're also fucking weird.
But like, if I like, just leave my shit at the door if you can. Like, I person like that. If somebody says like meet me at the door, then yeah, I'm gonna do that because it's just basic respect.
I'm saying though,
Shit.
so people be okay with you just leaving food downstairs in the lobby?
Oh, that happens a lot.
I wouldn't do that. I remember there was this one time where somebody didn't open the door and I couldn't get a hold of them, so I left it there for like a minute, and then I like took it and then got back in the car. And I was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to just keep this food and drive away. And I don't know what happened.
I'll be spazzing on people. They come to my building, they leave my food downstairs. I'll be like, yo, how dare you? Like, people can steal that shit. There could be roaches in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit happens. Ew.
That's why I didn't leave it, because I was like, I don't want like an animal to come take this person's food. Also, you know, I think what I did was I think I called and told them to do a wellness check. I was like, yo, I don't know if this guy might have like had a heart attack in between.
Yeah, you're a good person. Yeah, you thinking about? I would have just thought, ooh, free food. It's
yeah,
like,
I felt like a good person. That's why I ate the food. And I was like, I deserve this at this point.
I'm saving him from a heart attack. You don't need this McDonald's.
That shit was good too.
Shit. Did y'all see the Apple Music list?
No, what is it?
Oh, this shit was disgusting. The top 100 albums of all time.
Based on like record sales or something?
I'm not sure.
I would like to know their criteria.
Yeah. That's why I actually. Yeah. Let me see if I can find their exact criteria.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill crowned #1 of all time.
The best. It's a good album, but you could argue that. Matter of fact, no. I was about to say you could argue.
It's a pretty fucking good album. I listened to it a week ago. Its entirety.
Wait, can you go? Oh, okay. That's the list.
I'm trying to see if they have it in actual list form.
Anything like up until the top 10 is gonna be like random. The top 10, I think, is what really is gonna get the people.
But 10, they got Lemonade, Beyonce. I don't even think that's Beyonce's best album.
No,
I would put like the self-titled one, Beyonce, and I know it's early, but I would put Renaissance over Lemonade.
I'm not sure what the criteria will be. I guess it just depends on that. Like, are they saying these are the albums in order from 100 to 1 that sound the best? Good Kid, Mad City is.
That's the highest. That's the highest ranked like pure rap album.
It's not as good as Songs in the Key of Life or Nevermind. So
fuck all that. You see 5?
5 is Frank Ocean Blonde.
It's not even his best album.
It's a good album, but
not his best album.
Which one's better? Channel Orange is better?
Yes.
And Nostalgia
Ultra is probably the best, but I could see that being not considered because it's not an actual album. It's a mixtape,
bro. And also,
maybe
that album was an Apple exclusive, so it's some bias right there. But to put Frank Ocean in between Prince and Stevie Wonder, you could argue that Blind isn't even a top 5 Future project.
Yeah, I'm very confused by that. So I'm wondering if the number analytics behind this plays a bigger part, or like is this like an emotional reception? Because I can't see Blonde putting up in any way the same amount of numbers as Songs in the Key of Life. Like there's no way that album has been heard by that many people.
And there's no way you're gonna tell me Frank Ocean got something better than Isn't She Lovely?
Thriller also isn't better than Songs in the Key of Life, to be honest with you. Thriller's great, but it's not better than Songs in the Key of Life.
I like that too.
Stevie Wonder's like that album takes you through a range of emotions. Thriller is good, but it come on.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we like. Who's the person that came up with this list? Like, this could be their top 100.
I do agree with number 4.
Number 4, Purple Rain.
Prince and Revolution.
Purple Rain is better than Abbey Road. So
you're right. I would like to swap that. Yeah, I would like to put 4 and 3.
I would like to put the Beatles all the way down the list if I could.
Yeah.
Niggas don't fuck with the Beatles.
18, they got 1989 Taylor Swift. I probably had a Red album over there. What, man? That Red album slept. I'm telling you. But for them to have, then they got the Beatles again at 21, and I don't like how it's certain people that they gave multiple albums to, but you can't give multiple. I mean, Mike had.
There's no way this is in order.
Bad and Off the Wall.
I don't think this is in order. I think there's just 100 albums that they think are great. Cause like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Miles Davis Kind of Blue, and a Daft Punk, all like in the same area. Like, what is the? How would you even compare those three? They're like 3 totally different genres. That doesn't even make sense. I think this is just 100 albums that they like.
The rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars definitely belongs higher on this list.
See, y'all more diverse and eclectic than me.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about Led Zeppelin.
Tribe made top fucking 30 though. That's dope.
No, but if this was me,
like, why is a Billie Eilish album on here at all?
Bro, wait, yeah, that's what.
Nepo babies aren't allowed to make good music by default.
No, but look, think about that. You gonna tell me Billie Eilish album, like a Billie Eilish album, is better than Ready to Die?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, this makes no sense now.
Well, she didn't say anything about sucking on the wife's daddy's dick, so I'll give her that.
All right, if that's the criteria we're going by, then fair.
Or she never said, I don't want to rape you, I just want the paper. I mean, she does have that going for her. Biggie was really like a wild.
I mean, look who his partner in crime turned out to be. What more do you expect?
My nigga Gutter.
Joe, I like how that line is. You said that shit on here almost a year ago, and fucking now all of a sudden people are bringing that up like it's a line. Like, no, we've been said that this was a problematic situation. Like, no one wanted to. All right, fuck it.
You gotta just listen to some of Biggie's songs like you watching a horror movie. Like, it's just art.
I don't know. Do you agree with the Mrs. Educational Lauryn Hill being number one?
Nah.
I really don't know.
It's a great album. Don't get me wrong. I love the album, but like you said, over Stevie, over Mike, and you know, like for me, I understand Thriller's impact as far as like sales and the awards it won, but Bad and Off the Wall should be on this list too.
The Blueprint is not Jay-Z's best album, so I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
The beats dated within like several years.
Yeah.
Like his late '90s shit is better because
Oh.
like the beats are more timeless.
The
And the
intro
flows are more
to the
timeless.
Blueprint is probably one of the greatest, if not overall, one of the greatest intros to an album ever.
For sure, but everything else after that is like
Yeah, I would have had
maybe 20 years ago. I would fuck with this.
if I would have had a J album up there that high, I definitely would have saw it being Reasonable Doubt, or even a Black album.
Volume 1.
Volume 1 or Volume 2 for sure, but the Blueprint.
The Blueprint I get for commercial
That's a
reasons. Like I
hot
said,
take.
this is what?
Volume 1.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
It's listen to some of your favorite artists before they became MTV famous. Listen to some
No.
of your favorite. Listen to when Ja Rule could actually be on a tough track. Like, people don't know about Ja Rule the Gangster.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know.
Man, they don't even got Finally Famous on here.
What's Finally Famous?
Big
Oh, Big Sean. Oh, I thought for a second I thought you meant Finally Rich.
All right, time
And I
out.
would've
Time
said
out.
Finally Rich, yeah.
No. Okay. Time out. Get Rich or Die Trying had a cultural impact that lasted for years and shifted that time in hip hop. Completely shifted it off the you and a chick like dynamic, the R&B hip hop crossover. It completely stomped on that. So to disrespect it and have it at 82.
They have that at 82 and Doggy
Yeah.
Style at 84. I would have both of them over the Blueprint.
Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying was like, it's crazy. Like a nigga will make like the best album.
No,
Oh,
Voodoo's
Voodoo.
on
Oh,
entire
Voodoo.
life.
Oh, okay. Voodoo is 57.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
Like, get
okay.
out of here. And like a white dude's like third album will be on the list. That's why I don't believe in this list. But I do like where they're going with this.
Bad Bunny doesn't need to be this far down the list either. This shit is erroneous. I don't know who the fuck makes this, and even more, I'm mad at the people who fucking subscribe to it. Just crazy.
That's the thing I hate about.
No, hold on.
What?
For him, it's fuck the Stevie Wonder disrespect.
Yo, Bad Bunny has been breaking down walls and putting up numbers for years consistently. Don't disrespect him. In the 70s, half these people, I guarantee half these people aren't alive. Like, that's the crazier part. Who the fuck's making this list?
Bad Bunny is definitely. If I say Bad Baby, nigga, I'm crazy. Bad Bunny is definitely tougher than Arctic Monkeys. I don't even.
Yo, I don't understand.
Y'all been watching the WNBA?
Yeah, I have been. Which, by the way, I don't like the fact that it's becoming like socially like they are jamming it down people's throats.
No, I think it's a combination of things. I think so. You know, over the years, it's been mostly the biggest demographic of supporters have been men.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been asking, we've been hearing women's complaints about the league not really getting the support that it actually deserves. So we've been saying like, hey, if y'all want to see the WNBA grow, we need women to support. And now that women are actually supporting, it's kind of this conflict amongst groups with the men that watch basketball and the women that want to support. And now they're turning this new twist and creating narratives behind the scenes about it. I will say one thing I do like about the WNBA is that I do like the drama in it, because you have things like
sorry.
like you have certain players that used to date another player on the other team.
Yeah.
It's more than just a regular foul. It's some sexual tension in it.
Like what if fucking LeBron had once ate Anthony Davis pussy? There would be some tension.
So it's like, yeah, you see a player foul each other, and it go to another level where he's talking about like they're not even worried about fighting. They talking about meet me in the shower. But then also too, it's been a lot of things where people feel like the veterans are taking it really hard on this rookie class. As you see, like,
they fucking should.
Good.
As you see, like that foul right there, Alyssa Thomas, she got ejected after like fouling Angel Reese real hard.
That's how you get ratings up.
Bro, the way that they've been playing Caitlin Clark makes me so happy. Because I'm like, I hate anyone who comes into anything thinking they're bigger than the game.
I mean, but I don't really think it's her. And it's been, I think she's been handling it well.
But they still pushing her as that, and they gotta let her and her constituents and her investors and all that shit know that niggas been doing this shit.
Yeah, but yeah.
So I do understand that why a lot of the women who've been in here for a minute and they've been playing their asses off are kind of tight now that these young college girls come in here and that they get all the accolades and all of a sudden they're the thing. So when I tell you that they've been busting this chick Caitlin Clark's ass, like she'll go up and they have been, I am once again not to sound like that person, but I've been certain things I get hyped over. Watching her just get completely shut down trying to come up the center lane, great.
I mean, because it's different now. Because you know when you're in college, being the best is one thing, but once you get to the pros, everybody was the best on their team in college.
Exactly.
So everybody is of equal talent, equal. That's when it becomes. So it's different than men's because in men's, some people have that athletic advantage. I mean, and even this, you do have people that are like, you know, bigger or stronger, but nobody's just like dunking on somebody or like just running over somebody like a LeBron or somebody like that. So this where your IQ and knowing the game and knowing systems comes in.
I mean, honestly, the NBA is atrocious sometimes with the way these niggas will be in the paint and throw it back to a nigga that's guarded so he could throw up a three. Like, it just, everybody's scared to take shots or they take it. It is nice to see some sort of fundamentals and shit. And honestly, I think there may be a time at one point in the future when we only watch women play basketball. And they can be like, y'all niggas used to watch men play basketball? That's gay.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think that the two best basketball leagues out right now are both women's leagues.
Yeah.
What's the two?
It's the WNBA at number 2 and number 1 being Buns and Basketball.
Buns and Basketball. You're absolutely right about that.
Shout out Buns and Basketball.
They play hard. One girl's BBL broke her knee.
Mm-hmm. They don't talk about it. They don't talk about how like the oil and shit causes slips and everything like that shit. It's fucked up.
Because they titties be oiled up and they butt cheeks be oiled up.
I just wish it was some way that the feet could be shown.
They could play in jellies. Clear jelly shoes. They should definitely. They should sell their socks and their shorts after the game.
Yo, that is not a bad thing. You throw some dirty shorts, bro. Those shits will go for bread.
That's when like NBA players, they like to give their sleeves and headbands to the fans.
Yeah.
And we just gonna have Caitlin Clark giving her draws up.
Just shooting them slingshot style into the fucking audience. Why not?
I mean, you want money or not?
That's what I'm saying. You want to get a market going.
If you want to make as much as LeBron.
We need some of that Angel Reese fart air.
This is my Game 7 sweat. You know, it comes with the towel like when they let the fucking worm sit in the tequila. Send the towel in the actual bottle. It'll sell.
It's not bad.
But
you think they wear tampons when they play on their period?
Do you think a lot of them still get their period?
All that motherfucking human growth hormone and shit.
I don't know.
One of the comments I didn't like, somebody recently said on a talk show, they said, I forget exactly which talk show it was, about Caitlin Clark. On a View, they were having this discussion about, you know, just Caitlin Clark and her effect on the league. And one of the hosts said they feel like Caitlin Clark is only popular because she's white and because of pretty privilege.
She said she's only popular because she's white and because she's straight. Yeah. Pretty privilege.
Is that pretty privilege or is that just white privilege?
I don't. It's neither. If you follow WNBA, it's been a bunch of great basketball players: Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Breanna Stewart. The list just goes on, and
I totally get why white people would support a white basketball player, because it's like, remember how hard niggas went for Tyler Perry because he was in like a white dominated.
I get that, but with the pretty privilege, they gotta relax.
Fam, all right, let's have that discussion.
I'm not trying to call her ugly. I'm just saying.
I'm not calling her.
She
ugly.
like Eminem.
No, I'm not.
White people like Eminem.
I'm not calling her ugly either, but her being straight has nothing to do with anything. Niggas will hit a stud.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that in a lot of things, white and straight and pretty people kind of get some privilege. And maybe she does have a little bit with her like promotion and shit. But are these the people on The View, like whoever said this, is this somebody that's like following the WNBA season by season, or is this just a nigga on The View?
And I think then that's the thing. It's just people that already weren't following the WNBA that are now starting to comment on this.
Because it's worth commenting on now.
Sonny Holston is the one who made the comment.
But it is great to see that the WNBA is growing.
Mm-hmm. No, man, I'm completely in support. Like I said, I want to start going to games because here's the thing, though. I hate when a ground up, like everyone, I know a couple people, us included, who've been advocating for, the WNBA should be bigger. Now, it seems like out of nowhere, they're just kind of jamming it down people's throats.
That's advertising, though.
Yeah, I know, but usually when you start to get commercialism like that, there's a reason behind it. You obviously picked up some evil sponsor, and they're ready to turn it up for you. So, like, that's where my mind's at with it.
I think so. I think there might be somebody that's like, look, there's eyes on it. Let's try to just milk this shit for everything that we can, try to get as much juice out of this as we can. Because at some point, there may be like a drop or a plateau to the popularity of the WNBA. Like, it seems like it's steadily increasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to plateau. Might even drop. Every fucking sport has a drop at some point. And this is already starting off lower than the NFL, NBA. So the drop may be, if you're an investor, a little more felt. So
Caitlin Clark is also catching a lot of backlash because, not even just her, just because how bad her team has been. The Indiana Fever, they don't have the best record. I believe they're 1-5 right now. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, she was drafted number 1, meaning she was drafted to a team that already struggled last year. So it's just like any other sport where you don't expect the number 1 draft pick to come in and instantly just turn things around. It's a process.
Yeah, you need somewhere where you can shine.
Yeah. So, I think as she adjusts to the league, and not just her, all the other rookies. There have been some rookies that have been playing great, though. Rakia Jackson and Cameron Brink on the LA Sparks, they've been looking great. But statistically, I will say right now, if the season was to end, Caitlin Clark would definitely win Rookie of the Year.
I can't wait till this gets popular enough to where you can yell slurs and boo the WNBA players the way they do it to men.
No.
Fuck you, you suck. I lost my fucking house because you bitch. I want to hear that type of shit.
And that's when the league is growing.
Even there needs to be a Russ of the WNBA.
Even seeing some of the slander that I've seen. I saw Aaliyah Boston, one of her teammates on the Indiana Fever. She had a bad game, and somebody said that she's just Kwame Brown with $800 braids.
That's funny as shit.
And when you see that type of slander and misogyny, that's a good sign that the league is growing.
Yeah, because people are invested to the point where they're willing to sacrifice their better
morals.
Yeah, their morals and their better judgment to just try to hurt a stranger's feelings. That's how you know it matters.
That's I think too. I think that the WNBA needs hoes. Sideline. No, I'm being dead ass. Yeah, I'm being dead ass though, because there was a point with the NBA where it became the biggest commodity was to see of course what celebs show up, and of course you just have 100 just bad shorties that just got flown out and they're sitting up front and that drew a lot of eye candy. So I think that the WNBA needs to do the same thing. But the cool thing about the WNBA is that these attendance hoes, as you would, could be male and female, which is dope.
Yeah,
that actually is good because they're
double revenue. It's opening up. Like I said, I really do want to start going to Liberty games. Yeah. One, because they are super affordable in comparison to the Knicks games.
It's just and that's why we need the WNBA players to also get paid better, because
I'm trying to get a tummy tuck, nigga. I'm trying to get the Drake surgery.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm trying to see which one of them is going to pay for it.
I'm trying to come back looking like Romeo Santos after a good season, bro.
Let's all pull up in fishnet tank tops and just...
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I got to wear to really become eye candy at a WNBA game?
Yeah, because I'm telling you, Deja Fair, you is not flying me out, Spirit. Like, I don't need. Yeah, I shouldn't be getting flown out by a pro athlete, and we on the same flight.
Speaking of women's rights, you want to jump into the Amber Rose shit?
Yeah. So what's going on with Amber Rose is defending Donald Trump now. She says she's supporting him. She said she's supporting Donald Trump. She actually posted a picture with him.
Yeah.
She posted a picture with Trump, which makes me only think of like, now I need to see what Biden hoes look like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Also, who is she trying to get out of prison? Because that's usually whenever somebody says, like a nigga says they voting for a president or something, they trying to get somebody out. I mean, this does not surprise me. Like, the nigga's a shameless grifter. She's an attention whore. Two attention whores are linking up.
Yeah,
Totally
bro, as far as I'm
makes
concerned, the reason I like this is just because I like her on an individual basis and I liked him as an actor, so I think the crossover would be phenomenal.
Yeah, they both people that, like, it's easy to like them until you look into anything they say.
Yeah, on the surface. And I enjoy that. Like, why do we need to keep going in depth with these people?
Yeah,
I don't
like,
need to know all this.
We got
Like,
big titty baby mama and the guy from Home Alone.
that's what I'm saying.
On paper, it's kind of cool, but then you're like, oh, they're
And both associated with a lot of rappers.
yeah.
All right. So before we get out of here, you know, as usual, the Tubi movie of the week. This week, I like this movie. I actually like. Well, let's see how y'all feel about it. We watched The Landlord, and this movie, for me, it was alright. How'd you feel about it?
I didn't. It was a very live, laugh, love feeling movie, which I
Okay.
didn't like. But as a Tubi movie, and compared to the other Tubi movies, I definitely did enjoy it in comparison. But like in compared to like a movie that's, you know, you got costed money, I wouldn't really rank it.
Nah, I like this. Like, I feel the same. I like this by Tubi standards for a few reasons. For one, it's PG.
It is?
Yeah, this is a PG movie.
You know what? I did feel a little bit like happier while watching this instead of like dreadful and scared of what the next scene might have.
Yeah, this was a PG movie. So the movie, it stars Macy, who's a writer, and you know, she's going through a tough time. She's looking for a place to live. She's actually living with her boyfriend, she's living with her ex-boyfriend who moved in another girl, which is some crazy shit.
Yo, that dynamic, though, made the movie funny as fuck, though. That, like, made the first half of the movie very funny.
Yeah, it definitely was enticing.
The fact that they were broke up, and then when she's ready to move out, he's trying to get her back. Like, he didn't have another chick just sitting right there on the couch.
Like, she wasn't, right there.
He's like, look, I don't even give a fuck about her.
I'm just trying to bring her home and make you jealous. That's it.
We ain't been there though.
I'm saying, right? Like, that's a classic one out the playbook. I don't see what the problem was with that.
Yeah.
I don't care about this bitch right here.
So
She ain't even got a key.
Pointing at her, he's like, this bitch right here can go. It's fine.
So Macy, she's trying to get things together, and she ends up finding a place to rent. And when she moves out, she sees her landlord has like a really eccentric and weird personality. Now, this is based out of Detroit, and this was all new faces.
Yeah, shout out to Detroit. You guys.
Like, I'm telling you, Detroit, every day, Detroit, a new Tubi actor is born. This was cool to see all new faces, but there was one familiar face. They had the light skinned guy, you know, Tubi's Michael Ealy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else did we see him in?
He was in Don't Look Back.
Don't Look Back.
He was
And
the-
what was he anything
Tubi's
else?
Michael Ealy is the best way to put it. That shit is great.
Yeah, he was the crazy nigga in that.
Right? Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
That's
And,
funny.
Yeah, this movie, it was directed by Tanya Ayers. I think she also goes by the Shoe Lady. This was a Shoe Lady production. I love Detroit, man. Y'all niggas are so ghetto and beautiful.
Yo, can I tell you, I like that. She does a graphic for her company at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the shoe
Nothing.
lady, but it is a dope fucking graphic. I was like, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I like it.
Yeah. So Ayla Thompson, she's Macy, and
The one thing I also didn't like is like You'll see it. Like the landlord, you think it's gonna be like a scary landlord, and she's like creepy, but it's really just like an eccentric. They like bullying an autistic girl.
That all right.
Yeah.
Cool. So we can address that. Play the clip because I want to address that afterwards. Where it's like, you're not a murderer. You're just quirky, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
it's PG. She's a nice lady. She just kind of
Doesn't know how.
much.
Yeah, she just doesn't.
she's just socially awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she explains it though too. She says that she got bullied. She explains what happened.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. She does it in a very psychotic way where she's like petting the dog and going somewhere PTSD face. But she does give that background to like she was pushed in front of. She was blindfolded and like pushed into like the boys' locker room when she was a kid. Like she was embarrassed. She goes into it about it, but literally as she's staring at a wall like psychotically. So
Yeah, and they're like, look at this crazy bitch. Like, she was bullied.
I'm gonna play this first part right here. That right there, just let me know, like, oh, we were in for a wild ride. The letter, like, first of all, your ex nigga got his new chick over there wearing your robe, but then to let her use your toothbrush.
the fact that she just does all that and she's cool with it, like she's like, yeah, I took your
Yeah.
robe, your toothbrush, like.
But that was what's funny about it, because in the beginning, that's like the first scene, right?
Yeah.
So you think it's just a shitty roommate, but then like the next scene you find out that that's not even her roommate. That's her fucking boyfriend's like new girl.
Ready.
It adds a little bit of layer or something. Like I was definitely invested at that point.
Yeah.
And then she moves out, and then she goes to see.
But even
Women's workplace.
but even before she moves out, it just continues to get worse with this random chick just living in the apartment with her, and this is where she finally says, like, I have to go.
I don't know what kind of black woman would allow this, but I haven't met her.
The situation is outrageous, right?
It's outrageous. Where do they make these? In the suburbs? That just let you do whatever? Oh yeah, another point. The movie is about a ain't shit nigga named Anthony.
Who would have thought?
Who would have came up with that?
Nah, but I actually do like this. Play the rest of this scene because her explanation is great.
And a little bit of that.
I was on her side. I'm like, that don't make her a criminal.
Yo, dead ass.
Why she being such a cop? Like a criminal. A criminal.
I
Like,
mean,
this-
yeah, she stole her laptop at the moment to just use the shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. That was just a great explanation, though. Like, I'm not a criminal. Just took a little bit of this, a little
How
bit of
else
that.
do you get shit you can't afford?
Duh.
Sometimes you gotta take some shit. Like I got a ticket for hopping the train yesterday.
Damn, how much is that?
$100. But I mean, like, if I'm being
Damn.
honest, I deserved it.
Well,
Cause nigga, I've
Like-
stolen thousands from that company. As many rides as I was hopped on the way here. I don't give a fuck. Right after I got the ticket, I had to take another train. I was like, all right, let's start it back up again. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's like a casino. I'm still up.
and so around here, Macy, she finally decides to move out. She finally decides that she had enough with her apartment, and she decides that her main goal is to get to New York. She wants to be a writer in New York, but
Don't we all?
but she just can't stand to continue to live under these conditions where she's being tormented by her ex and now his new girl, or just his situation.
I think tormented's not a good word because he
I
don't
think-
really bother her.
It's pretty. He's tormenting her.
Bruh, he just said it. He's like, man, you still gonna be, I still let you live here, right? Like, think he's not gonna do. I don't understand. Not like he's doing this shit like in her face.
I only brought that girl over here to try to make you jealous.
The nigga is saying all of this while she's sitting right there.
He whispering though.
Yeah, exactly. He's not being rude. He's not in anybody's face about it. Things just casually happen, you know.
I enjoyed the level of audacity this nigga has. Man.
Yeah,
It's honestly pretty accurate.
yeah. That's what I said. It was right along the realistic border. Like, yeah, no, I know guys who are like this.
Some of these movies that are like written by women, I'm like, they just been fucked over to the point where they just making shit up. But
Yeah.
this one,
Well depicted.
yeah, it's not too far off.
Yeah, but it was like, damn, why we had to watch this together and his name be Anthony?
Yeah, I could see that being a little bit of a problem.
This shit was an awkward watch.
The girl probably was like, did I manifest this fucking movie from my own imagination?
She starts agreeing with the TV and shit. She's like, "You're right. He sucks." You know? Good for you. You should leave. Like,
Movie over. She talking about don't touch me. I'm like, why I picked this? I knew I should have just went with another stripper one.
yo, that's another great thing that was about this. Once again, I like that we are finding the Tubi movies that have broken the mold as far as what we've gotten kind of accustomed to.
Right, because for a while it was like we were just stuck in the stripper, rapper, drug dealer lane, and now to see that we have Tubi actors becoming, they're creating their own video games. They're writers with dreams of moving to New York. You know, it's nice to see that there actually is a lane where they have goals.
Yeah. We don't want to see women taking control of their bodies and dancing for money so they can pay rent. No, we want to see them bully autistic people.
That sleep in garages.
That sleep in the garage and get saved.
All right, cool. So I'll jump into this one. So as she goes out and looks for it, the quirky woman in yellow shows up and offers her a place. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this lady seems weird, but like she goes for it because she's like, yo, it's $500 for X, Y, and Z. And she jumps on it. So like that shows you where being broke can put you in an awkward situation. Mm-hmm. What I did enjoy was that they were able to kind of throw you off the trail of who the actual bad guy is in this movie.
Yeah,
to a certain extent. Like, trust me, there is some things that if you are a Tubi fan, you've watched movies along with us, you know there's a certain scene that pops up where every one of us got a little triggered.
Yeah.
Turned out didn't end that way, but just let you know that Tubi kind of lines you up for some kind of aggressive scenes in your mind.
Yeah, like the worst thing that happens is a woman gets punched.
Yeah.
and it sounds like I'm, crazy.
Yeah.
But with these movies, that's a win for me.
Yeah, it was actually like a relief. But it's like, he just hit her.
One time. Only punched her once.
Yeah, that's it. A little low tap. That's it. Yeah. But trust me, as far as what I was prepared to, what I thought was going to take place compared to what did, I was very pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah. Overall, I like this movie. I will say I did like this movie a lot. Just for them to be able to make such a great story and make it actually compelling and have you anxious, like you said, we were actually worried like what is about to happen to her while this movie was still PG.
Yeah, exactly. And mind you, I didn't even think about that. I text my as you said that. I go, yo, do you realize that movie we watched was a PG movie? Like, I didn't think about it at the time. Literally, You put it up there and I was like, no, this looks good. It popped up first thing. So I was like, all right, let's check it out.
Yeah.
But it's dope, yeah. Come to think about it, like, yes, because there were parts where I was like, man, this is kind of dragging. But now you saying that at PG, it goes, oh, okay, you know what? That kind of explains why it was dragging, why it was a lot more story filler than anything.
Yeah. So if you're looking for something to watch, man, definitely, and this is for the family. So I'll say check out The Landlord.
Yeah, definitely would say check out The Landlord. It's funny, a lot of misdirection. The end ends interesting because you don't know if it's going to be an open for a sequel or it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it was good, and that is the thing that also kind of doesn't make sense sometimes because they do leave a lot of these open for sequels, but ain't no sequel to be made. But we've seen like plenty of these movies have sequels that don't make any sense. Mm-hmm. They should do prequels of these.
Let me tell you my biggest the biggest thing that I hate about Tubi that's happened in the last year, as much as the rise to the top and it's become like my favorite streaming sites and all this, the fact that Erica Mena did a lot to bring everyone to this point and then was quickly disregarded before I got Stepmother 5, the prequel, really kind of fucking irked me.
Wait, did they like scrap that?
Oh, she basically got canceled because of racist comments that she made.
Damn.
All these movies is racist.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to get canceled from Tubi.
Yeah, like as many times as I've seen black people get shot and women get punched in the face. What did she say about who? Black people?
I think it was one girl specifically.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, this was
she
like
called
a big
somebody
thing.
A monkey?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, she gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
But
cool.
in doing so, I lost out on the prequel of The Stepmother. So we're never going to know what drove this crazy bitch crazy. And that bothers me because I was very invested in that series.
I know plenty of crazy people that don't call black people monkeys. Like I seen the craziest person I seen and it was like over by fucking the courthouse in Manhattan. Some like crazy old lady yelling at the TV cameras. And then when I listened to what she was saying, she's like, y'all want to talk about this Trump trial, but nobody wants to talk about what's happening to the kids in Palestine. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Well, homeless lady is
Kind of spitting.
Yeah.
No, man.
She ain't saying nothing racist. So yeah, being crazy and being racist is totally different.
Yeah,
I'm racist. I'm not crazy.
No, but I definitely draw the line with racism. Even like with like nursing home patients, where you might see somebody with dementia, but they'll still say some shit like, "Get that nigga away from me." How you lose your memory, but you still remember you don't like black people? Yeah. That shit is wild, man.
Like, Grandma, do you remember me? Like, no, but that Mooley's stealing my cigarettes. Like, oh shit. Grandma, you smoke?
Oh, I want to say we have to support Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is going through a hard time. Can you type in Cracker Barrel real quick? Cracker Barrel. I think they just put out a statement about they're struggling with business.
They should change the name. It's too much. It's a slur.
Yeah.
They should change it to Peckerwood Bucket.
Wait.
Or
Peckerwood Bucket.
Cracker Barrel. It is tough.
Cracker Barrel's support of Pride Month draws conservative backlash.
They trying to lose more. If y'all thought y'all was struggling before, supporting the gays not going to do it. Cracker Barrel.
Going woke is going broke. They should have doubled down.
You gotta lean into it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Imagine they had a not straight section. This is breakfast for you others.
If you could get some gay people in a restaurant, it could save it though.
Yeah,
Like,
but this
they
isn't
make it
that
cool.
kind of restaurant, bro. Like,
Listen, gay people don't got no fucking money. They need to be supporting restaurants like this instead of fucking these 4-star restaurants. Because like the chef is gay, but he's like pretentious and the menu's too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't exactly think you're gonna find a very open-minded crowd at a Cracker Barrel on a Sunday morning. To be honest with you,
Have you? You said y'all haven't been to Cracker Barrel.
I've been to Cracker Barrel.
I've been
Okay.
like once.
I don't like it.
I guess it's certain things. I will say, Cracker Barrel is one of the most diverse. They had one of the most diverse. The lobby area, or not the lobby, but just like the front part of the store before you actually get to the tables. Yeah, the store itself, because you could go into a Cracker Barrel, you could get some saltwater taffy, you could get a dress, you could get a Reba CD. I don't even know Reba
Put out music like that.
Yeah.
What does the cracker in Cracker Barrel stand for though?
You know
Exactly what it stands
You
for.
know what it means.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
bro.
discrimination has no place at Cracker Barrel. I beg to differ. That's exactly where it belongs.
Right. That's really like calling a place the Jigaboo Hut.
Yeah. Whenever somebody's being racist at a Red Lobster, I'm like, yo, take that bullshit to Cracker Barrel.
We have a
We don't do that
responsibility to live up to our mission of pleasing people each day, ensuring that every member of our team and every guest feels at home, feels cared for, feels like family, feels like they belong. Also guiding our sense of belonging, we strive to deliver a part of our people promise. I don't know, dude.
Whoever's doing PR for them is definitely getting fired, though.
Yeah.
Like, they going to walk this shit back. They going to get a new guy with a bolo tie. He's going to fix it.
At Cracker Barrel.
At Cracker Barrel, you know what we mean by your party's too loud.
They forced the cooks to breastfeed for white children.
Cracker Barrel, your seat's always warm. Ain't no grass walls in this motherfucker.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to put before we get out of here?
Plug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my show coming to Hulu next week. No, I don't fucking have anything to plug.
Don't want to plug something.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yo, if there's a studio in the New York to New Jersey greater area that anyone's aware of, hit us up. Give us some details. If you've got like a studio, or if you've got maybe like a local, I don't know, what do you got, local comedy scene that you'd like to see motherfuckers pop up at? I guess.
Also too, man. Still, we still guess kind of looking for an intern. If anybody wants to help out, as far as like, social media clips, YouTube artwork, things of that sort. You want to like help out around here, join the team. Let us know. And also, I forgot that too. Also, man, if y'all have any products y'all want us to support, any ads or anything, like if you got a brand you want us to support, reach out, man. We definitely like to shout that out. I want to shout out the Flakes shampoo and conditioner. They just they just sent me some stuff. That stuff is good. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are losing your hair, it could stay danger free. So yeah, man, check out Flakes. They sent me a nice shampoo, like some peppermint oil in that. It gave me that real minty feel good. And yeah, let me see. Also, if you haven't already, check out tires. Keep us at number one. That felt good to see. Number one show over Bridgerton. Yeah, making America great again.
Support Cracker Barrel. Go make sure Cracker Barrel doesn't go out of business, because if it goes out of business, where else are you gonna be able to say the N word at a restaurant without anybody getting mad at you?
Yeah.
You can't say that at Waffle House. You get fucked up. But Cracker Barrel, you can let that shit fly.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, tell the nigga that made this chicken, it is out of this world.
That should be their slogan. Cracker Barrel, where you can still state a hard R. Yeah, but yeah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode, man. Keep supporting us, man. Follow us on all social media platforms, whether that be the We Want More page and our own personal pages. That'll be in the description below.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you my shit right now. I'm on Instagram. I got a TikTok. I forget what it is. I gotta figure it out. Yeah. What's my Twitter? I know my Instagram is Asante3000. I think my TikTok is Asante3000. I think my Twitter is Dante's Inferno. You ever read the book of Dante's Inferno?
Yeah.
Well, it's my name.
But yeah, man, we thank y'all for tuning in to another episode, man, and we'll be back with y'all next week. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
I'm Maxwell.
And Pepsi been knocked out this whole episode.
Yo, Storm tuckered him out, man.
Just real quick, just give it up for Pepsi for not interrupting and not being a dickhead.
For you, big dog.
Yeah, Pepsi definitely held it down this episode, man. He is all played out.
Yeah. He was a good boy today. He's a good hype man.
All right, man. We out of here.